Hello everybody, this is Doug the Bass Man. Um, I have had a couple of people say, why are you the Bass Man if you've got all kinds of fly fishing stuff up in your backdrop? Because I fly fish as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. The salmon and the trout are running in the streams of Michigan, and it is a good time to get out and do a little fly fishing. I'm going to show you a few things that I've picked up on and things that worked for me, because what works for me will probably work for you. I'm not a professional fly fisherman. I've been doing it maybe 10 years, and I've got a lot of equipment. There's probably 15 reels up behind me, all kinds of flies that I've tied or bought. Let's start off with this. This is an egg simulation. It's just a little piece of wool. It has orange spot on the back. I don't know if you can see that very well. And a hook. And it floats down the river. The fish thinks that it's an egg. And, they eat it. So that is that. They come in multiple colors. Here is a more orange one with yellow. Typically the spawn eggs are yellowish orange. So these are pretty cool, and I have caught fish with these, but what I've noticed are fish eggs are a lot smaller than that. So I found these. Now this is actually very cool. Somebody took the time to trim these out, and what I would do is I would take 3, 4, 5 of them. Let me set this down and apply a hook to it. The hook is inside of here. You can see the stuff there. And as it floats down, it looks like spawn egg, and they grab it and they love it. That works very well. Then, May, everybody's got the mayflies out, and people go, wow, but I can't find a realistic one. I found some up at Wellston, Michigan, and it is a beautiful mayfly. It is so realistic. It's pretty cool. And I always say, if it looks good to me, if it looks natural to me, it'll look natural to the fish. And that is pretty cool. I've caught maybe 4 or 5 on those. I don't fish with them all day. They're kind of expensive when you buy flies like that, because they take a lot of time to do it. This one here, it's kind of a nymph, I guess. I love how it's got the little hairs that are iridescent. It really sparkles through the water. It's got a little weight on the head. It sinks well, so it gets to the bottom. And this one worked very well for me as well. Kind of similar but it's a darker color. See if I can grab it here. This one here, very nice. Worked very well. I guess I should keep it in focus. Worked very well for me. And then you wouldn't think it, but when I first started tying, I go, I'm gonna try everything. Every time I made a fly, I fished it till I caught a fish. And even something like this. This is one of my first flies I've ever tied. It actually worked out very well. I don't know what they think it is, because it's yellow and black like a bumblebee there. It's got some orange, and it's got that fluorescent little, I don't know if you can pick up on how sparkly it is. I'll bet you in a course of an hour I caught 10 fish. Not trout or salmon. I was catching bluegill and crappie with it. I stood off my dock and was casting the fly line and catching crappie and bluegill with it. Quite fun, actually. And then, let me grab this one. This is a smaller version of that mayfly. So this is the kind of thing I look for when I'm fishing. If you really, really want to be specific on what bait to use, I would say go to your stream, get some cheesecloth, lay it out kind of like a cup form, shake the dirt around it, and whatever pops up insect-wise in that cheesecloth will let you know what's in the water, and that's the kind of bait you want to use because that's what the fish are used to eating. So that is probably the best way to find out what the fish are eating. But, you know, just ask your local bait shop, you know, what have people been catching with. I do that quite a bit myself, and it works out well for me. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of fly fishing. If you liked it, please subscribe and like, share, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and tight lines.